Okay, faith over
It's
everything.
a podcast where we
Jacket.
talk about everything.
Yes. I'm gonna get my jacket. I'm gonna get my jacket soon.
I'm bringing it this week.
But hey, y'all. Okay, welcome to faith over everything. We just happy, y'all, because this is the finale. Okay, this is faith over everything. Faith over everything's We View Wednesday. All right, I am one half of your host. My name is Angela Suggs.
I am Jasmine Suggs.
And happy Wednesday to you. As long as I post this on time, because let me tell y'all, I post stuff.
But y'all don't be saying nothing, so y'all don't be paying attention either.
Exactly. Either that or like y'all just know that like we be on some CP stuff. Like I don't be trying to be. I told Jazzy one day, y'all, I uploaded it. All I had to do was press the enter button. No, it take a while for it to load up. So you're like, okay, 70, 16%, 17%, 9 minutes until your video is uploaded. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do 9 minutes. Y'all went to sleep. Forgot all about it until I think the very next week. I think this was last week. I was like, girl, why I never even uploaded the episode? It's just waiting for me to push the button to say it's published. Y'all, I be trying, but I don't know what be happening. But anywho, we are reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This was the season finale. So we is just ecstatic. I'm ecstatic because I'm just happy that this season
is over.
Because listen. If this is your first time here, we do a scene by scene breakdown of the show, touching on scenes that matter. And that's what I'm about to start doing. If it ain't do nothing in that scene, I'm not even talk about it. Anywho, we are on the finale, which was episode 16, which was entitled Art Imitates Life. And so we're just going to jump right into it. So they were making sure to let us know like what part of the year this was in. So the finale was taped in January of this year. So 2023 is when the finale is pretty much being wrapped up. We start off with Sonia. She is at the OBGYN. She went to go see Dr. Jackie. Marlo comes with her because Ross is out of town. So she needed, she wanted somebody to support her. So I will say Marlo is a good friend. She do be having good friend qualities because she said she called her on the way to the doctor. So it wasn't like I called you yesterday. It was like, Jess, what are you doing tomorrow? She called her like, hey Marlo, I'm on my way to the doctor. And I don't know how the conversation went, but clearly Marlo showed up. So Marlo, you be having good qualities. You just be doing too much.
She do.
She just be doing too much. So then Dr. Jackie was telling her that she was measuring 5 days or 5 weeks in like 5 days or 5 weeks in 6 days. And she was like, what? You told me I was, she was like, I said 6 days. Like, she's like, no,
don't forget about that 6-day girl.
She's like, Deuce is gonna kill me because I told him we were already 5 weeks. Girl, he 5. He don't understand.
He don't know. You can still say you 5 weeks. Yeah, mama's still 5 weeks.
Yes, he not gonna know the difference. Like, girl, listen, he don't know how long 9 months is. He don't know. 9 months to him could be 10 years. He don't know. Leave that baby alone. Like, girl, Sonya, I get it. She excited because even Marlo was like, girl, I feel like you told everybody too soon. And the doctor was like, yes. She's like, I know. I was just excited. I was excited. Like, girl, because I was like, Dad, you 5. Because even when she went with Ross and they said she was 5 weeks, I was like, girl.
Like you just got pregnant. You just
missed your period. It was like, let me take a test. And it was like positive. And you told everybody. Like.
Well, she had to keep something in there because, I mean, what was going to be her storyline?
This was just last week, though. It wasn't like she had a big... No.
What has been her storyline?
Her family.
Her family about to move out.
Yes. So
her family gone now, so what else she got to talk about?
Her family was still right there with her at this time.
You right.
At this time. She ain't need all of that. She just was excited. I mean, I can get, especially if you're trying to have a baby and you're trying to, I get it. She was excited, but girl, calm down. The next scene, we are with Drew. She is done filming the movie, so she's back at home. She asked Ralph how he has been, and he says he's been working and grinding while she out here shooting her movie, doing sex scenes. I said, "Oh,
Hater."
don't do that. Don't do that. That's my job. You knew, yeah, you wanted to be there for the girl on girl scene, so don't do that. Don't
She
do
didn't
that.
invite him. That's why he felt some type of way.
Like, girl, you know I wanted to see that. Why you ain't like, sir? So did we talk about that last week? Did he say, or he moved out the room? Was that
No, we
last week, or
didn't
was that
talk
just on
about
this
that.
episode? Well, I don't know. On this episode, anyway, we find out that he didn't moved out the room, and he don't know when he coming back to the room at this point. So she, so he didn't move out the room. They leave. He said that he left because she was coming in late at night from filming the movie, and she was waking him up. Now I ain't even gonna lie, I can understand that, whatever, to a certain extent. Yeah, like, okay, for these next 10 days, whatever, I'm gonna sleep in here because when you come home, I gotta get up in the morning, I gotta get these kids off to school, I gotta do whatever. You be waking me up, whatever. So I'm gonna sleep over here, or you can go sleep over there, or whatever. And then once everything is wrapped up, then we can come back together. But the fact that it's wrapped up and you ain't came back,
and you still out there, and the kids mad because, oh, we ain't get there yet.
Question mark, like, sir. So Drew was talking to him, and she's telling him how when they were on set, or not when they were on set, she's talking about how Monietta was telling the ladies how Courtney had called her a B, or whatever else, and Monietta had sent her the video, and so she showed the video to Ralph, to see, let him know what happened. He watched the video, and then he asked her how that made her feel. And she was like, I want to know how that made you feel. That's your cousin. I want to know your reaction or whatever. And he was like, I mean, what you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Like, everybody call you bees. Like, you didn't been called bees by Marlo, Kenya. You still cool with them. So, I mean, and I was like,
he got a point. Like, I don't ever be on his side like that. Like, but he got a point. Like, okay, how did that make you feel? Because obviously you're sharing it. So how did that make you feel? Don't ask me how it made me feel, because I don't be knowing if y'all be playing. I don't know if y'all serious. I don't know what y'all decide to do that. Y'all decide to be called bees and stuff like that. That's why me personally, I don't play with that word.
You call me a bee, and fighting words, okay?
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Like, those are fighting words. Like, me and my friends, we don't. Well, first of all, me and my friends don't. I mean, I have friends that cuss, but like, they don't be like out
they respect
here.
You. They
right
not
out here doing all of that stuff like that. That's too deep. Like, But again, like he said, y'all do this all the time. So like, the way that it makes me feel, and you can't get mad at the way that it made him feel, because you asked him how did it make him feel. It make me feel like anything. Y'all do it all the time. So I don't know what's the difference of my cousin calling you this. So
exactly, Marlo call you this, Kenya call you this, and y'all all still be friends. Like, I don't understand why when she say it, it's a problem now all of a sudden. So then she was like, well, it's not about being called a B. It's that we don't know her. We just met her yesterday.
Oh, so now we don't know her. But 2 seconds ago, when you first found out, yeah, cousin Courtney and cousin Courtney and cousin. You don't even know how you related to her, but she was still your cousin Courtney.
Listen, when this baby said, we just met her yesterday, I said, oh, so I was saying this when y'all really did
meet her yesterday.
When y'all really did meet her yesterday, just like you said, you was Courtney, cousin Courtney. You don't know cousin Courtney, but now it's 5 months later, and you should.
And now you know her. Now you know cousin Courtney. Now she just Courtney.
Now you want to have attitude.
She Ralph's cousin
because she knew. She was. We don't know her, and we don't know her. I said, "Girl, if you don't sit down somewhere."
Bye.
So she like,
Look, what
he
Candy
just.
say? And scene.
Yeah, so she like, we just met her yesterday, and this just shows how she acts behind how she acts behind our backs. He said, behind our back? What? What did she say offensive to me? Now at that point, I would say like, okay, now Ralph, I was with you. I was with you.
No,
I
no, no. I'm
don't.
still gonna hold it down for him to say that because she was quick to tell him when Marlo said something about his job, what he does. So you quick to hurry up and tell me when somebody else got my name in their mouth or whatever like that. She didn't say nothing about me. She said something about you.
I mean, that's true, but I mean, not to say that I get what he's saying, but she is your wife. So if you talking about, because she was like, well, he was like, you talking, what you mean? What you say is offensive to me? So she like, well, we married. If I don't rock with somebody, then you don't rock with somebody, and vice versa, and whatever. And I agree with that.
I get that. I
But
get
this is
that.
cousin, or this is his cousin, number one, and then number two, the situation is just very like cloudy.
Like,
Like I don't.
right. Like, I feel like it's blown out to be something that's not really there. Like,
We
clearly,
haven't even
yeah, she
confronted
was
her yet.
talking and saying like that. And the B had the nerve to say like she's talking like I don't know how many drinks they had that night. I don't know, like it's just.
And like you said, to your point, that's how y'all talk anyway. Or to Ralph's point, that's how y'all talk anyway. So what's different about her saying it? Whatever. Granted, we all know that there's inflections or way, like in the context of how you're using it. But either way, at this point, you haven't even had a conversation with Courtney really to say like, okay, hey, here's the video. This is what you said. Let's talk about it. To be getting mad at him for not trying to write her off. Like, what are you gonna write her off for? Like, I get it, but it was just the whole like behind our back. What she say offensive
Like
to me?
your back. She ain't say nothing
like,
to
okay.
me. I ain't no B.
Like Ralph, y'all are one. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. But I mean, we know who he married to. She crazy. So no, so yeah, when she was like, we got, if I don't rock with them, you don't rock with them, vice versa. He like, yeah, but it got to make sense, like that's when when it makes sense, we can do that. So I was like, that's true, Ralph. Right now, it don't make sense for me not to rock with her. Like, I'm not. So of course, Drew, she feels away. She feels like she's being unheard, and she leaves the room and goes downstairs. In the kitchen, Allison is there, her sister. Allison remembers at the retreat, Courtney said that she does not use the B word, and that she did deny calling Drew that. So Ralph was like, I mean, Allison, you didn't call Drew a B before. And I was like, now, Ralph, why you bring Allison into it? I mean,
but
Allison brought herself into it.
Can you blame him though? Like,
he trying to make
acting
sense of
like
it.
she really like drew your, like, no pun intended, but like drug your name through the mud or whatever, and was like saying so many bad things. It's like, I get what he's saying. Like,
I get it.
You just called her a B yesterday.
Are
you just that mad or that upset because she lied to? I think maybe that's the bigger thing, is that she lied and said she doesn't use that word and she doesn't use it towards women or whatever. I can see you getting like salty about that, but not upset and making a big deal out of it, making a big scene out of it. Like, y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about. Like, let's talk about the food that y'all making.
What was they making? Because I don't know.
I don't know.
Look, that's I'm like, I don't know what they was making.
That's what they should have been. It looked like the assistant enjoyed it because he was like, I was like, what y'all eating?
This breakfast hitting. You know what I'm saying? This breakfast. But no, but Allison, she was just like, when he said, like, well, Allison, you called her a B before. Allison was like, look, at the end of the day, and this is the part I agree with Allison. She was like, it don't matter. If she called her a banana, whatever, she's telling you that she didn't like it. Whatever. So that's all that needs to be heard, and that's all that matters. If something is bothering her, that should be your focus. And I was just like, now that's the part.
I do agree with Allison. However, He started out asking her, how did she
How did that
feel?
make you feel?
Yeah, so you can't get mad at him when you can't get mad at his response. His response was his response. So just because you didn't like his response and you felt like he was going to respond the way that you and your sister respond, one, he's not a female. Two, you asked him his opinion. His opinion is never going to be your opinion because y'all different. Totally different.
And you never even answered this question.
Exactly. So
Like,
it's
so
just
how he
like,
supposed to know?
I get it. Yeah, I get that point. Like she said, yeah, my wife is upset or whatever like that. But technically, he didn't even know that she was that upset until she left the room. Because I asked you what's wrong. Like, how did that make you feel? You never told me. So I still don't know.
I'm telling you, I feel like it ain't a big deal. Now you in your chest and you feel like I'm against you and whatever else because I don't even know how you feel. I never knew that you felt like, she really meant the words that she said, or I don't know what the issue, because you said it's not about her calling you a B. It's about the things that she may say behind our backs. But even then, for all we know, that's all she ever said behind our back, and you getting worked up over nothing. And now you crying. Now you go tell your sister on me. Now your sister talking crazy to me. Now I got to remind your sister that you didn't call her a B before, so I don't know what you're talking about. Now your sister try to check me. Now I don't know what happened. Now your sister crying. Now everybody crying. Now everybody day is ruined.
Right. And now I'm about to go back to that room. This is why I'm not coming into that room with you.
Because so was
you're on your period or something. Both y'all on your period. I'm just gonna go to the kids' room.
Because it was like, I don't know. I guess Ralph wasn't trying to hear yet. He really wasn't trying to hear what Allison was saying. Then somehow Allison got to cry, and then Drew,
girl, I didn't know what the purpose was that for. I said, "Now what is you crying for?"
You're like, "See, I'm like, you just ruined the day. You just I'm like, so he just ruined everybody's morning.
The day just started. Y'all just woke up. So you talking about the other 23 hours or how many ever hours is still in the day? You gonna let this scene,
this little moment,
this moment mess up your whole day?
You embarrass me.
Embarrass you in front of what?
The cameras. She filming. Hello. I mean, but it's like, I think for Drew, her feelings were valid. I think that she did not communicate what she was really feeling. So everything that he said, even though it wasn't like directly it wasn't directly in response to what she was feeling. It just was like, okay, you're not hearing me. So that just made what she didn't say worse. Like, so he don't know that you feel this way because you ain't said nothing. Right. Now he's adding on top of that you feel like he's not hearing you, or he's not hearing you, whatever.
He ain't hearing you because you ain't said nothing.
I was gonna say, yeah, he can't hear you because you haven't said anything, whatever. He just said how he felt, and how he feels is opposite of what you feel. So now you feel like, oh, you against me, and it just. So, but in her mind, she's validated in feeling this way because, they haven't had the perfect relationship. Nobody has perfect relationship, number one. Right. But, they have been on a little downward spiral. So rocky. It's just one of those things where we're already in the bad place. And like
anything can make it worse.
Yes. Just this ain't helping. But I was just like, everybody crying. Okay. All right.
Girl, I was like, okay. I think Aaron was passing by and he was like, "Now this is too much. What's she crying for?" I was like, "Boy,
go." Ain't nothing wrong with shedding a little tear, okay? Sometimes you just gotta let it out. Sometimes you gotta let it out, okay? In the next scene, we see Sheree riding around with her daughter Tiara. They in a car. I only put this scene down because I thought it was funny that Tiara found it funny that Sheree had her ex-husband and her new boo up in there with the pink on, like they was part of the family. Well, not necessarily the daddy. The daddy is part of the family, but Martell, I'm like, girl, you thought that was funny too, huh? And you her whole daughter,
right?
She's like, so Tiara must not be Bob's daughter.
That's what I was thinking. Like it must be only the two girls.
She got three. She did say. Yeah, she did say two. They had two together.
A daughter and a son.
Yeah, I know what you meant. Because she said he had two before they got together, and then they had two when they were married, whatever. But it turns out he had three before they got together and two. So I'm thinking Tiara is just his stepdaughter. But, she be around because she said she had met the girl before at the family house.
I thought you knew. You didn't know. Oh.
I said, oh, hey, Candace, girl. Hey, girl, I'm all doing good. How your mama? Oh, she good. Oh, that is wonderful. Maybe we'll see you at Christmas. Oh, you can't come this year. Okay, girl. Well, I'll see you. It was not, girl. You look good. Oh, it was good seeing you, mama. You ain't never knew that girl.
You ain't never knew that. You ain't never knew that girl.
You
Like
ain't never knew
never.
her.
I thought you knew, child.
We friends
I
on
knew.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Girl, Twitter. I follow her. Girl, we didn't exchange recipes and everything. Like, I be like, oh, this my sister. This my sister. What you talking about? You ain't never heard me say that. Oh, my bad.
That is the craziest thing ever.
I feel like I would have told my mama. Ain't no way. I mean, even it wouldn't have been like I was telling, like not like I'm telling.
It would just be like, oh, I met my sister today, or I met
or
another one of my
I probably would
siblings,
just
or
name people like, oh, daddy, me, daddy, Candace, and such and such. Like, I would name like, who is Candace? Well, the sister, the daughter. Like,
that's Bob.
I feel like I don't know.
I don't know. I just would have been like, I met my sister today. Like, like it's just like, when did you meet her? Like, you met her and you never saw your mama that day or something. Like, what's the thing? Like,
girl, I don't know. I mean, I give Tiara a pass because it didn't sound like she was really. We just made that whole scene up. I don't think she was kicking it with her like that. I think it was just, she's met her before, she's seen her. It wasn't enough for me to run back and tell mama. But I mean, the siblings, the actual siblings, I don't know their relationship with their dad to know. Maybe it just never came up. Where maybe they didn't even know that was their
maybe it
sister.
did come up and they just really don't care. They just like, okay.
Alleged. She's an alleged. I don't know. Anywho, we're moving on. We are at Kenya's house. Her daddy is visiting. This her first time him seeing Brooklyn in person, or second time? I think this is the second time. Because they showed the clip of him before. So yeah, so it was so funny though, because
time on camera.
Yes. It was funny because she was telling him like, yeah, me and Brooklyn are talking about having another baby. You and Brooklyn?
Girl, I gotta send you this thing after this. I think I might have sent it to you. I don't know. I know I had sent it to, I don't know. We'll talk about it later, but how she get to say so about anything? Why are you talking? This is your daughter. This is not your friend.
Is she what, 4? Like,
I think she's 4 or 5, maybe even 3. No, she might be older than 3.
It was just the craziness that she was like, yeah, me and Brooklyn are discussing having another baby. Why are you and Brooklyn having a conversation? Brooklyn don't pay no bills. Brooklyn can't watch no babies. She can't take care of no babies. She can't feed no babies. Brooklyn is of no help to you. Now, I understand that you want to give her a sibling that's different, whatever, but she cannot sit up here and make a decision with you. Like, you make the decision, and you decide that you have decided that you want to give Brooklyn a sibling. Brooklyn can't tell you what to do. Granted, Brooklyn ain't telling her what to do. We know this. She's just including Brooklyn. But it's like, if Brooklyn said she didn't want a sibling, would you not have a sibling?
I promise you, she probably would have. She probably would have been like, "Oh, okay."
She want to be an only child, so let me
just let her she want to be only child. So it's my duty to make my daughter so happy.
I ain't gonna knock Kenya for that. That baby, she's had traumatic childhood, so she just want to give her baby the opposite of what she experienced. So,
okay, girl,
I can't listen. I don't know her story 100%, but I know that, like you said, she want to do what she can for her baby. She want to make her baby the queen of the world. She gonna make her the queen of the world.
She is.
Okay, let that baby be. Her daddy was like, nah, you don't need to have no more babies. But that's only because her traumatic birthing experience.
Nah, if the doctor's saying it, your daddy's saying it.
But she did say it does seem to be that she's on the surrogate idea. She's on the surrogate route. Good. Yes, I was happy to hear that, because like you said, if the doctor and your daddy and everybody like, girl, no, you gonna die.
Like, have you forgotten? Like,
you gonna go through all this having another baby just to be dead. Now they gotta grow up without no mama.
Now we gotta take care of him. We sign up for this.
Jesus. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. The next scene, we are with Marlo. She is at Les Archives with one of her assistants. Her man friend Scott Lee come through to visit. I said, okay, Scott Lee, I see you be coming in. You be coming around, Scott Lee. Scott Lee trying to be her real man. Candy and them are throwing a rap party for the movie because the movie has wrapped, and so she has invited Marlo, and so Marlo invites Scott Lee as her plus one, and that's it. And then we meet up with Drew again, back at Drew house, or back with Drew, not at her house, because her and Ralph go meet with Dr. Ken, and so Drew's like, it's big that, Ralph has come to the session because he has been missing, a while for their marriage counseling sessions. Ralph. It's like we go from that scene at the house where he kind of, was making sense. We don't we like you said, we don't agree with him that much. This man that decided to come into this counseling session and just be this. So she says she's happy that he's come, and because he's been missing marriage counseling. Ralph said that's because I've been working on myself and making changes. She said, "What changes have you made?" This man said, "Well, I left the room."
You're right. You made changes, stupid changes, but you made them.
But it was just like the way he said it, like you're saying, oh, yes, I've been missing marriage counseling. Yep, I haven't been, but that's because I've been doing the work. I'm putting forth action. Well, what action have you done? I've made it worse. I've left the room. I mean, he didn't say I made it worse, but that's what. That's what you should have said. I made it worse. I left the room. Like what? And he said I left the room so matter of factly, like it was good news.
Right. That was not a positive time. You are not getting a token right now, sir.
I was like, what is he talking about? So she was saying they are disconnected. Doctor was like, I know you both love one another. Like I've been dealing, talk to you guys for a while. I know that you both love one another. He asked her, like, now that he's out the room, how does that make you feel? She says alone, whatever. She was like, she says alone. And then she kind of looks over and she's like, I think he's happy, whatever. And Ralph was like, it's liberating, whatever. So Drew was like, okay, she got irritated because when he left the room, there was no real discussion. Like, it's not like we talked about it and then you left, or you told me how you were feeling and then you left. So they get into a conversation because he was like, she's like, because the kids are asking questions. That's what you were saying. Like the kids are asking questions. And so she talked about how she texts the kids that, basically what they had talked about, that she was coming home late from the movie. So daddy don't want to get woken up. And somehow he turned it into a bad thing and was like, she was blaming him. And I'm like, what? She was like, what are you talking about? The words is right here. What are you? What? Then he gets talking about that he left the room and everybody's better accommodated that way because when she in the room, she like the heat on 82 and he like it somewhere between 68 and 70. So now everybody can have what they want, and everybody can be happy and everything is good and ain't no problems. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, sir, no, you just went from blaming her for blaming you. Now you said it's because you want the air on 68, 70. She wanted on 82. You not comfortable in the room, so she not comfortable in the room. Now you could be up here. She could just say you don't want to be there. Like, I don't know. Drew said that he was deflecting. Like I think this is in her producer interview. She's like, he's deflecting. Dr. Ken was like, yeah. We definitely need some more counseling. We don't need.
Oh, is that what he said? Because I thought he had said you need some counseling or something like that. I was like, ain't that you? No. You gave up on him? Like, I ain't doing this. Y'all need some more counseling. Y'all, not me. No, I am not it.
No, he said we definitely need some more counseling. Like this ain't. He ain't say this part, but basically he like this ain't even close to be. This ain't.
Ain't nowhere near the finish line. More sessions are needed.
And I know y'all love each other, so we got to get this right. Like this ain't. And then that was the end of that scene. Next we are with Candy. this part was earlier in the episode, which I didn't talk about. It was just like one of those fast clips. She was sitting with Todd and they were talking about the rap party. And she was like, how many people do you want to invite? And he was like, no more than 100. So now she on the phone with Dar. She talking to Don Juan. And he like, yeah, we got like 200 people at an RSVP. She like, 200? And then they showed a clip where he talking about no more than 100. Like, who did y'all send RSVPs out to?
Girl, but I'm just saying, like, Candy, what you thought? You know that you know more than 100 people that's going to want to come to this rap party. Even if you invited the 100 people, you probably said they could have a plus one. So there's your 200 right there. Every 100th person, every 100 person that you had invited had got an RSVP and did a plus one.
That probably didn't even include the plus ones. That was probably just, I feel like you are Candy Burris Tucker, okay? If y'all want,
you know too many people.
If y'all want 100 people, y'all need to send out 100 RSVPs.
No, if you want 100 people, you just need to call your family and tell them to show up. And then the ladies that you work with, because y'all gonna be doing filming.
Nope, it need to be 100. And I'm thinking it's 100 people outside of the who in there mess with you while you at work.
Right. Aaron came to look, but I don't know what he needs. Hold on. Keep talking. I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Anywho, I would say that even with the 100 people, like, because you said she know 100 people, so I'm like, even if the 100 people that she would have or she could have invited, it should have just only been 100 people, so not 100 RSVPs, and already anticipate that being 200, because like you said, they're gonna get plus ones, so they can bring their plus ones or whatever else, and that be it. But I'm sure they sent out more than 100 RSVPs.
Oh, of course. Because, I mean, you kind of got to, because it's like, I mean, I know everybody not. Well, that's probably what she was thinking. I know everybody ain't going to show up.
But even with that, you can't send out 200 RSVPs. You can't send out 300 and hope that 100 RSVP. You need to send out 150.
She sent out 300. I'm send out 150. She sent out 300.
Send out 150 and prepare for it that way. I don't know. I don't got that many people, so I don't got that. Look. I don't know that many people, so whatever. But they was all right. They'll be okay. They can find something to accommodate. Mm-hmm. Yes. So speaking of the rap party, now we are at the rap party. During this party, they plan to show the trailer for the movie, and the trailer just wrapped last week. They like, listen, we got the trailer ready in just a week. I was like, okay, I see. They just trying to. They was like, look, next week filming is wrapping, okay? So we need to have this trailer ready. Kenny and them is smart. Like, we can't talk about this movie and then when the season ends be like, oh, be ready for the movie eventually. No, we need to have this wrap.
Or Chateau. What was her Chateau? What was her thing called? Chateau Charade that took 11 years or something like that. They couldn't do that.
What's
that
her name?
11 minutes.
Who was that? Was that Kenya that called it something else? That called her mama name Chateau Barbara or Chateau something? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know Sheree mama name. But anywho, but yeah, I'm like, Candy, she's smart. She like, listen, we gonna get this trailer ready, get this rap party. We gonna show the trailer at the rap party so they can show it on Housewives. We ain't gotta do too much promo because it's gonna be on the show.
Yep.
So smart. And they didn't know that it was gonna be a writer's strike at this time, so that they really couldn't even promote their movie like that. And now, I mean, I don't know how many views the movie has gotten, but either way, we'll talk about that at a later date. Or towards the end of the show, we'll talk about a little bit. Nothing spectacular, just where you can find the movie. So anyway, so they show the trailer. They're going to show the trailer. Drew's going to perform. Cynthia came to the party, and she was on the red carpet with a man. Like, that's your date? She's like, that is my hairstylist. Okay. I was like, okay, Cynthia, that's right, girl. You better have somebody next to you that make you look good all the time, okay? Maybe just make sure your flyaways is not flying. Sonya shares that she has been having cramping in her stomach. I only put that there because I knew that something was going to happen with that. Mama Joyce shows up, and She looking for Cynthia ring. I'm on some, oh, where the ring? She was like, girl, I'm divorced. I was like, Mama Joyce, you
It
didn't
looked
know?
like Candy was like, Ma, I told you that. Like, it was the face. It was like, Ma, I told you that. I told you she already went through a divorce. Like, what is you doing?
Her mama knew that they was divorced. Her
I
mama just,
know. Oh, I know.
ooh,
Cause her ear is always with the streets. So I know she knew.
the streets be talking.
Okay.
Okay, the streets be talking. Girl, so Candy tells the ladies that Drew did a great job in the movie. With all that she did, with all that went on with that whole, she didn't kiss that girl drama, whatever else. She was like, she sure is tonguing people down in this movie. Like, like, okay. So then they cut backstage and Drew was back there kind of like doing shots or whatever, getting ready to go on stage or getting ready to come out anyway. And her rumored boo, Ty Young, is back there, which kind of caught me off guard because I'm like, why she backstage?
Mhm.
Like we ain't never even seen you. We don't know you. Like how she backstage? Like your
Like by
close knit
your
people.
area.
Yes, your
Mm-hmm.
close knit people are back there. Allison, Ralph. I think Ralph was back there.
Yeah,
So it's
Ralph was
like,
back there.
oh yeah, it's like your little circle of people. Why she back there with y'all toasting it up? Tricky. So then Drew comes out. She greets all the ladies. She hugs everybody, including Courtney. So then Courtney tries to say hi to Allison.
Don't spit.
Allison was like, you good. I don't even know what she said. I think she was just like, nah. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
Courtney was just like, oh, okay, whatever. So I will say Courtney at least had the decency. Cause I think Allison was like, I don't do fake. Like she was saying that she don't do fake stuff. So Courtney like, well, let's go talk about this on the side because we don't want to ruin their night. Which I was like, okay, Courtney, you trying to. But when it was Candy, you wanted to make a scene. But it's all
Oh, of
right. It's all
course.
right.
Yeah. She's grown. She's grown. She didn't know Addison. She. I keep trying to call her Addison. She
You
didn't know
do.
Allison, and she didn't want a repeat of what happened with Candy because she was about to get whooped with
Mm-hmm.
Candy, and she was like, "Okay, Allison, she probably don't play either. So let me just pull you to the side. Come on, girl."
Yeah, so they go over to the side to have a conversation. And as they're talking, Drew comes over and because they're basically it's the whole like, you said you don't call women bees, whatever, and we saw this video. So Drew comes over and Courtney admits that, which I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna say it caught me off guard because again, we have been saying in that video we didn't hear the whole context of the conversation, but clearly the whole context of the conversation is she is calling Drew a B word, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, yeah, okay, I said it. She was like, I did say that B, whatever. So then Drew was like, oh, but you never said that before. Like you never admitted it before. So then in her production interview, Courtney telling production that she think Drew was confused. And the only reason why she was apologizing to Drew is because she just wanted to get her to shut up. And I was like,
But you just admitted to a lie that you told just a week ago.
hey, girl, not only did you say you didn't call me a B, you said you don't call women that.
Right.
Like,
So
you
regardless if
just,
you wasn't even like Candy said, regardless of if you wasn't even calling Drew one and they, thought that you was calling Sonya one, you still called some type of female a B.
and that makes it even worse because you could have just been like, oh no, I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking about you, whatever. Then you would just be like, okay, I can see you trying to save face. But you doubled down and was like, I'm not talking about you because I don't even talk about women that way. I don't call women that word. No, good dang well you lying, B. Look.
Come on, Candy.
If I could have put that word in there, y'all don't cuss though. But if you you good and dang lying, well, babe, you be word, you was just lying. Anyway, they get into a little back and forth for a little bit. It's really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Monietta shows up, and I was like, oh, thank God, because then they all just kind of forgot and got to greeting Monietta and Marlo, and Marlo shows up as well. They didn't go to the trailer. They show it. I will say the trailer. So the trailer that they showed at the party and the trailer that's like real life now, I think the trailer at the party was a little bit more spicier because I was like, oh, a little spicy. The crowd seemed to enjoy it. So, but the real life trailer is not as spicy. I mean, it's still certain stuff, but it's like, oh, okay. Um, we find out that Mama Joyce is in counseling. They have not started family counseling yet, but Mama Joyce getting counseling. So one thing at a time.
That's
Hopefully
good.
that works because she be coming for Todd.
Okay.
And
For
Katie
no
loved his dirty
reason.
draws, and he loved her dirty draws. Okay,
Okay.
so let them be happy and
Okay.
get you some counseling. Maybe get you a man, Mama Joyce. Who knows?
Maybe.
Drew is excited to perform and show that she is more than just an actress and a little doo-wop girl, whatever. So, okay, girl. And then she goes on to do her performance. While she's doing her performance, they do the little cut credits to show, like, season ending updates. So for Candy, we have that she is working on getting her EGOT, and that she and Todd are producing a revival of The Wiz. And the movie called The Pass is out now, and it is streaming on Peacock. So if you have Peacock, check it out. I watched it. You started it. You didn't finish it.
Yeah, I'll probably finish it tonight.
So, I mean, it was cool. It was decent. I mean, it ain't no, I don't ever want to hype nothing up. It was cool. It's a Lifetime movie. I say it like that. It's a Lifetime movie. Sheree, her and Martell. This is what irritated me because it was like Sheree and Martell basically are adamant that they are just friends. I'm like, but he was your man during the season.
Okay, through the season, he been always saying that's my friend, my friend, my friend, my friend. But she been my man, my man, my man,
my man, my man, my man, my man. So now you got to save face and get your little closing credits to say that, oh, we both agree that we're just friends. Oh no, that's because you saw his show and you like, oh, that's what we doing. Okay, you okay?
You're like,
I know
we're friends.
He is just my friend, okay? Because you talking about you can't even get your fibroids removed because y'all get it in so much, and he your man and everything.
I don't know about these older people talking about friends. This is triggering me.
Okay, well, let's get through it. We don't. We do not want to see the Real Housewives of Dallas. Okay, Jasmine go tell all her business. It is not time for that. Okay, it's not time for that, Jasmine. So her and Martell are just friends, and it says she healed her fibroids. I don't know what that meant. I don't know if it was naturally. I don't know if it was surgery wise. But
well, shoot, after she found out she was just friends with Martell, I hope she did whatever she needed to do.
Listen, whatever it is, I'm glad that you are healed, Sheree. With Marlo, her update was that her and Scotty apparently are still together. And she is still currently working on getting her record expunged. Kenya, she did a soft opening for Kenya Moore Hair Spa. And her divorce is still going on because Mark put in a motion to have her be held in contempt of court. I don't even know what that means. Like,
right? I was like,
when someone holds you in contempt, like how can the other person hold you in contempt? I don't.
Right. I feel like the judge only does that, but I'm no lawyer.
Me neither.
But I really feel like the judge, because I be hearing it like when I be watching these judge shows, like I'm gonna hold you in contempt. But the plaintiff and the defendant can't be saying, I want her to be held in contempt. What, nigga?
What's going on? I'm like, even the producers was like the longest divorce in history. Like, yes, the longest divorce. Like,
golly.
Kenya already said it herself. Y'all been divorced. Y'all been going through this divorce longer than y'all were even married. What's the reason? I don't understand.
At this point in time, just get back together.
Might as well. I mean, I was gonna say she ain't with nobody, but allegedly. Anywho, but they ain't had no update on that man. So
no, didn't we ain't heard from him since he advertised his food.
I brought this.
They was like, you trying to get free promo. Get out.
Kill me crazy. Ain't that what it is?
Yep.
Kill me crazy.
Okay.
Listen. So that was the only little rap. They did that little rap and that was it. And so then they have across the screen, it says wrapped they wrapped up filming January 28th of 2023, and then filming resumed on March 1st, after Drew had filed for divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So when it picks back up, which I was like, oh, they don't take a 1 month break. Listen now, because January 28th and March 1st,
that's Black History Month. They took Black History Month off.
Listen, I'm not working. Come back in April. But I guess they came back March 1st. She filed for divorce, and so Marlo is reading all the blogs. That baby going to all the blogs and reading about it. She needs to get all the stories. All the other women are seeing the news. They're just showing clips of all the women coming across the news. Marlo said the streets are saying that Drew and Ty are dating. Sonya is telling Ross that she can't believe it because just a week ago, Ralph had his 40th birthday party and they had threw a party, and him and Drew looked happy, whatever. And Ross was just like, well, you don't really know what be going on with people type stuff, because they're on the phone, I think.
He sounded half dead. I was like, let him go back to sleep. He don't care about this.
She was like, Ross, I gotta film this thing. Come on. I just can't believe it. That's just so crazy. They was just so happy last week. No, don't do Ross.
On what? On what he is like? That's crazy. Yeah, you just don't know. You don't know what be going on people.
That's how Ross talk. That's how he talk. Anyway,
that baby was asleep.
Marlo said at Ralph's birthday party, she heard that Drew was there with Ty. Candy said, I'm like, well, sorry, maybe you like, she was like, yeah, she was at the party with Ty. She was at the party. And Candy's like, well, she met Ty on the set of the movie. I guess Ty was friends with somebody that's in the movie, so she was on set while the movie was filming. To me, Monietta was the one that had the hottest tea, because Monietta said while they were filming the movie, Drew told her that if she and Ralph didn't work out, she was going to talk to her crush. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, who is your crush? And she
who is your Ty?
Who's your Ty? And she was like, Ty. So it was like, I mean, and what didn't happen? Her and Ralph ain't worked out. So
she going with her crush.
Listen,
but you don't like girls.
Yeah, make it make sense. Like, girl, if you like girl, you kissed a girl and you liked it. Kelly, what's that girl name? It ain't Kelly. What's that girl? I know it. Katy Perry. Katy Perry didn't already sang the song. Just gonna sing with Katy. Hey, that's what y'all want to do. What y'all want to do?
Y'all can do a duo together.
Yes, I kissed a girl and I liked it. I did too, and I tried to hide it. That's what.
Come on, producer. Y'all better sign my sister.
Like, girl, they could do a whole little duet, and then Katy could be all out in the open with it, and Drew could be in the closet. And she's in the closet. She's literally in the closet.
She on the roll, y'all. She on the roll. Y'all better catch it.
Girl, just that made no sense. But anywho, so that was all on March 1st. So then March 3rd, Sonya. So March 3rd. Sonya's in bed, working from home or working from the bed. We find out that she lost her baby. When she went in for her 7-week checkup. They found out that it was not a viable pregnancy, and that some procedure had to be done. But since they had already knew that it wasn't a viable pregnancy, she had to go to like New York or something, and so she scheduled to have the procedure done after New York, but I think it's New York, whatever. It was a trip. But while she was on her trip, she just had she said she had a traumatic miscarriage. Like it just, it was horrible. She had to have a blood transfusion and everything. So she was like, she had to tell Deuce that, they wasn't going to tell Deuce what happened, whatever. She was like, and that just broke my little heart when she was talking about how he would come in the room. Yes. She said he would come in the room and, like, mind you, she knows she didn't lost this baby, and he come in the room and like place his head on her stomach and pray for the baby and like whatever. It was already an emotional scene. because I could relate to, you know, like not the traumatic part. So I thank God for that. However, like when you lose a baby, you really don't like, well, you know, I don't know. Cause when you find out your pregnancy is not viable, I will say like originally it's kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. But then after you go through the motions, it is like a very sad experience. Like, ooh, Lord, like I could have had a baby. I could do whatever. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I cried a little bit. I had little tears because I was just
I
like,
did think of you
I
though
already
when I
had the
had
tears.
oh, did you? I
I
did
already
think
had a little
about you
tear.
when I had saw that scene. I was like, I hope she okay over there.
I was a girl. I wasn't balling or anything, but it was just a little sad. Then when she was talking about Deuce, I was like, oh Lord, see why you should have never told that baby nothing. You should have never
Yep.
told him nothing. Then listen back to Jackie next time. Okay. So yeah, so that was it. Then they do Tanya's little breakdown or her little exit scene, whatever, and we find out that her family has moved out. But they only live 10 minutes
10
away.
minutes away.
I was like, you know, I ain't mad at that. Y'all better be right available.
Right.
And then we find out that she is pregnant again, which I knew. I saw it on Facebook. I saw it on Instagram. I don't know why people want to say Facebook all the time. Yes, I saw it on Instagram. Because her announcement, it was a cute little announcement. It was like she was coming back to track. Like it made it seem like she was coming back to track. It had videos of like her running like all her little old races, and it's like a voiceover where it's talking about how maybe like loving something and coming back to it or doing it again and yada yada whatever. And then it cut to her on the field, but then it cut to like her stomach, and then you see that she's pregnant.
You have to send it to me so I can see.
I will. It was cute.
Yeah,
and
Aaron said that he knew that she was pregnant because I guess she was hosting some track and field events that he was watching over the weekend. He was like, "Yeah, I saw that she she definitely pregnant." I was like,
they must have got right back to it. Okay, they was
that's
like,
what
oh,
she said she wanted to do, like hurry up and do it. I was like, dang, she didn't even give her time, to release those emotions and everything like that, or grieve, But hey, to each his own.
Whatever, girl, whatever works. Listen, y'all do what y'all gotta do. Praying that is a healthy pregnancy. Hope that mommy and daddy, well, daddy too, but mommy and baby are healthy. That it's a great pregnancy, great delivery.
Hope Deucey get his sister,
girl. That baby. Oh, that reminded me of my baby too.
I know.
He was just like, okay, baby. Well, we can't pick what it's gonna be, but we gonna pray that God is gonna give us what we need.
Healthy baby.
So, anywho, that's what's going on with them. So then 5 days. So then we meet up with Drew. It's 5 days post the divorce filing. Got to get my words together. She's coming to film her housewives interviews. Kenya, so she's getting dressed, like she's backstage getting makeup and stuff on. Kenya comes in, or Kenya FaceTimes her to check in, because of course they all know about the divorce at this point. Sheree is there wrapping up her interview, and then she comes in to check on Drew. She let her know they know she's there for her. She need help, or need anything. So then she asks Drew about her mom, and she says that her mom is with her dad and that he isn't able to talk or eat. And so her mom is not leaving his side. And then Sheree's like, oh, I understand. My dad was the same way. He passed yesterday or 2 days ago.
Right. I was like, Sheree,
girl. I was like, when she said like he passed, I thought she was gonna say like a year ago, 2 years ago. She like, yeah, he passed yesterday. Oh, 2 days ago. Drew was like, what? Like, what? Wait, Sheree, what? What are you like?
Girl.
Like, girl, I'm like, why you just... I mean, I could see how you can just be like, oh yeah, I can relate to that. That you didn't plan on talking about it, but then it just kind of come out. So I'm like, Lord Jesus. But then because she didn't want to talk about it, and she's like, I don't want to talk about it, whatever. So she give her a hug, they leave. And so I'm just like, so Dasha left Drew in there like, Lord,
speechless. Right. Like, what do I do after this? Like, know?
I mean, because she already dealing with her own divorce drama, her daddy drama. And then we know as of recently, he did pass away. So it's just like, Lord. So either way, she finished getting dressed. And then they go do her little interview before they even start filming. She crying. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
girl. I mean, I you could have told them to give you some more time. Like you
Yeah,
could have
you
just
could
been
have
like,
just.
I
Could you
can't.
not have done yours last or something? Like what was the rush to do with that? Like I don't know.
Maybe she was last because I mean
Oh
I don't know. I mean I don't know. But y'all had to do it today. Like y'all couldn't do it.
yeah,
I
that
don't
was
know.
just I don't know. But I mean, shoot, she had to go to work, so get to
I
work.
get, but yeah, she was like, well, she was saying how the last time she was there, her and Ralph were filming together,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like 2 months ago, and it showed a little clip of them talking, and oh, we're in the best place in our marriage, and blah 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 blah
Mm-hmm.
blah,
Just a
whatever.
lion.
So, girl, why? So Ralph is doing his production interview the next day, so they're kind of cutting in between the both of them. Drew said during the marriage a lot of things. They asked her like, "Are you ready to talk about Ralph?" And she's like, "Yes, whatever." So she's like, during the marriage, a lot of things happened, and it wasn't getting better. She lost her voice during her marriage, and she allowed things that no woman should allow.
Mm-mm.
They were like what? And she was like, inappropriate relationships with women, Tampa. Like, girl, what happened in Tampa? Can we please find out?
She
Like,
still don't know. She can't tell you because she don't know, and he
but
ain't
what
gonna.
if nothing ever even happened? But we don't know because you ain't never said nothing. I mean, we know something happened, but I'm just saying, like, you,
There's no way that nothing happened.
girl. So they're asking them questions. They both reach out to their lawyers. Both their lawyers is like, y'all can't talk about nothing. Like you can't, certain things can't be discussed or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So then while filming her interview, Mimi posts on her Instagram. So, Drew just at work. And all of a sudden, Mimi, who is Ty's ex fiance, and Mimi was on one of them other little Atlanta shows. She posts that a Instagram post alluding that Drew and Ty are together or whatever. Which Mimi, she could do that because Ty, you supposed to be my woman. But
Mm,
now you over here trying to be her woman? Like, what's
mm,
going on? Like, it ain't like Mimi. Well, Mimi was being messy, but
mm-hmm,
Mimi had a reason to be messy because this
mm-hmm,
was my relationship. So it ain't like it was Marlo or somebody posting it. No, she got a dog in this fight. So she like, let me put this out here so that y'all can see how dirty she just filed for divorce 5 days ago. Why? Because she with my woman. I mean, I don't know what the post said. I don't know. I remember seeing it on Shade Room,
Oh, really?
but
I don't even
but
remember seeing it.
I don't remember. Like I didn't really read it. Like I kind of saw it. Didn't really care too much. Whatever. But I don't know. So this happened while she at work. And she just airing out what she know. They asked Ralph, and he says that all he can say, or they asked Ralph if Drew and Ty are together. He like all I can say is they have a friendship. Whatever. Then they cut to cousin Courtney. Okay. Cousin Courtney said, listen, I heard Drew is a good time, and I heard that she's bisexual, and I said, what? Really? And I went and called Ralph about it, and he apparently it's no secret. Like he knew or whatever. Or maybe she didn't say it's no secret. I put that in there. She said apparently, she said she called Ralph about it. Apparently, it's no secret. She has fun with girls, and he is aware of it. Y'all hear my baby knocking on the door?
He said, "Wrap this thing up."
She be having fun with girls, and he's aware of it. And then she she was like, she knows about Drew going to Houston, and they're like, what she be going to Houston for? Like she be going to Houston to visit Ty. She'd be going down there to visit Ty. And then there was like, how basically they was asking her like how she knows this. And she said that Ralph has a lot of discovery that will come out during the lawsuit or whatever. And I kind of felt like, girl, why are you telling all his business? Are you supposed to be telling this?
She said,
Like,
she said, listen, I ain't got no lawyer. I can say whatever I want to say.
like, dude, I don't understand. Like, leave her alone. So, but yeah, so Courtney, I just feel like she doing too much. Like, girl, you talking too much. Be quiet. I mean, you're into it. It ain't your lawsuit, but still, be quiet, girl. And then when they wasn't filming anymore, she thought they weren't filming anymore. She was like, I could have said more. I got pictures. There's pictures and everything of like Drew and Ty, of them together. So that was that. Then they cut back to Drew. She's talking to production and they ask her if the rumors are true. And
she never
she
answered
was
the question.
Well, she was smart. She said that she hasn't read the blog. She at work. She hasn't read. They was asking the rumors that Mimi posted on the IG stuff. Like, is it true? And she was like, well, I don't know. I haven't been able to read it. She doing her interview. So she can't deny something that I don't even know what the accusation is. Drew, you get on my nerves, but I got what you were saying in that moment. Okay.
Tricking. The way that the editing or whatever it was, she knew about it. She was laughing and smiling and everything. Like, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Now that part, I was like, are you happy?
Why are you happy about this?
But I don't know if she was happy or if she was just kind of like, wait, it's everywhere?
Well,
like,
the face made you seem like you was happy that it was everywhere. Yeah, Miles, wasn't it? Mm-hmm.
And then they asked her if she had heard the rumor before, I guess, of like her and Ty. And she said that she has heard it from Ralph. And so then they were like, well, do you believe that Ralph is the one that leaked the story, whatever, or leaked whatever to the press? And she said yes. And then they did a little wrap-up scene for Drew. And it was basically just saying that, the rumors are still out there. What got me was it said they still cohabitating in the same house, co-parenting. I said, why? Why y'all still in the same house together? Why you?
Because they love each other.
No.
Yes.
No. Hey, y'all be quiet. No. No, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, this just don't make no sense. It don't make sense, do it? But yeah, y'all, that was it. Next week, I don't know how many reunion parts there are going to be. They said part 1.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be 3. I hope it don't be 3, but
I hope it's only 2. They can wrap this up in 2.
They really could do it in 1.
Nah, I feel like 1 part. It might. Well, it wasn't a lot that happened this season. You're right.
It wasn't.
But that's just like, clearly we try to do these reviews real quick, and we've been here for an hour, so you have to understand technicalities. That everybody gotta get their story out. Everybody gotta say something. So
that's true.
It ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be 1 episode. I think that it can be done in 2, because what we got to talk about. Apparently, Sheree come out with her little She by Sheree newsletter.
That was hilarious.
That made people mad. I don't know. I know Candy was mad. Don't know what she was mad about. But what do we really have to address this season?
Yeah. Not much.
I don't know. Yes. But all right, y'all. That's it. I'm happy to be done with this. Clearly, my children wanted to make an appearance at the end of the episode, but they be want to be Faith Over Everything. But this ain't Faith Over Everything. This is We View Wednesday. Okay. Brought to you by Faith Over Everything. But all right, y'all. We out of here. Hope you have a great day. Happy Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk to y'all
in 2 or 3 weeks. August. Oof.
Oh, it is August is almost over.
Oh, it is not the last day. Oh, let me not
tomorrow.
Tomorrow
is the last day. Yeah, tomorrow is the last day of August. Either way it go, y'all, August is over. So it is what it is. But all right, y'all, we'll talk to y'all later. We're gonna wrap it up. Like I said, see you in 2-3 weeks. Whenever, I don't know how many episodes they're gonna have for the reunion, but we're gonna do 1 wrap up episode for that.
There you have it.
Yes. And then let us know, comment below if you saw the movie, what you thought about it, all of those things. Ta-ta!
Bye.